Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Hello friends, we have been discussing the topics relating to paper 4 of IAS mains examination, that is ethics, integrity and aptitude paper. Adula one of the important topics contributions from the contribution from the philosophers and thinkers from India and the world. As part of it, we are trying to understand this particular topic, or using this topic we are trying to understand the concepts related to ethics through Tirukkural, which is one of the inevitable ethical treatises of Indian subcontinent. As part of it, we have been trying to understand probity in governance, which means ethics in governance. What does Tirukkural talk about ethics in governance, probity in governance, in the chapter called Right Scepter, Chengonmai? On the chapter நம்ம பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கிறோம். அதுல நெக்ஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திருக்குறள் இஸ் the couplet number 549. அதுல என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். குடிபுறங் காத்தோம்பி குற்றம் கடிதல் வடுவன்று வேந்தன் தொழில். வேந்தன் தொழில். What is this திருக்குறள் is talking about what are the responsibilities of the king, the ruler. What is the responsibility of the ruler? Number 1, குடிபுறம் காத்தோம்புதல். Number 2, kutram kadidal. Protecting the people and then punishing those who are not law abiding. One who are offenders. Yes, there are, see, here is simple. There are, when it comes to persons in a particular society, in a country, there are two sets of persons. One is citizens, the others are aliens. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேர்லயுமே there are two sets of people. One who abide by law, one who infringe, or one who violate law. These are offenders. So what is governance? Governance is very simple. Protect those who are abiding by law. They are positive citizens. Punish the offenders. Why? இல்ல தெளிவா சொல்றாரு, வடுவன்று வேந்தன் தொழில். இல்ல இந்த வடுவன்று அப்படிங்கிற வார்த்தை ரொம்ப முக்கியம். This is not a deviation. It is not something that is wrong. These two are fundamental responsibilities. இனி பண்ண வேண்டிய வேலை. See, Tiruvallur is very clear. What happens? What are the psychological or moral dilemma? What can happen to a ruler? When an IAS officer, when a ruler, when a person who is in decision making chair, every person is more likely to face a moral dilemma. Moral dilemma. Enna moral dilemma? Decisional dilemma nu solluvom. If for example, if you take me as a case, to teach in the classes, is it my job? Nobody will deny it. Yes, it is your job. You have to perfectly do it. Fine. What happens if some of the students is erring? Some of the students is committing mistakes. Some of the students is doing something wrong, committing some wrong. What do I do? Angada moral dilemma, decisional dilemma. Do I have the guts to call a spade spade? Number 1. Meaning, do I have the guts to call some act as wrong if it is wrong, irrespective of the person who commits? Number 2, do I have the guts to, do I have the moral courage to stand up and tell somebody that what you committed is wrong, irrespective of their position, social status, financial, education, whatever it is, whether I am dependent on them, even if I am dependent on them. Number 3, do I have the courage to punish, impose a penalty if I come to know that what the person has committed is an offense, irrespective of his position, whatever it is, social, financial, economic, whatever it is, even if I am dependent on him for my livelihood? Do I have the courage to do that? இதெல்லாம் அந்த moral dilemma, decisional dilemma வந்து நிற்கும். இன்னொரு முக்கியமான decisional dilemma என்ன வரும்னா, whether the act itself is right or wrong? Sometimes many actions may for tax evasion, right or tappa? From the theoretical point of view, yes, it is right, but from the practical point of view, there are reasons the tax evaders can tell you they are more acceptable. Yeah. Now, how do I make it? So when you face this moral dilemma, அப்போ திருவள்ளுவர் தெளிவா சொல்றாரு, you may face a moral dilemma, and when you face such a moral dilemma, the right scepter may falter. அப்படி falter ஆகக்கூடாது நினைச்சிடணும். You must have a clarity, you must have an understanding. என்ன understanding? குடிபுறங் காத்தோம்பி குற்றம் கடிதல் வடுவன்று. To work for the welfare of the people and to punish the violators, the offenders, is not a deviation, it is not a deviance, but it is your responsibility. It's very simple. So you have to guard your subjects against the injury from others and preserving them himself. You have to do that. Sir, is it relevant to civil services today? Very much. Very much. It is very much relevant to the dispensation of justice. So if you look at public administration in the Indian system, we take a wider view. Public administration students, when it comes to scope of public administration, we take a wider view. We include legislature, executive, judiciary all together. So when it comes to the judiciary abiding by law, the law is to act as a deterrent to those who want to or who are the cats on the wall. So there are three types of citizens: one who are totally compliant, the other who are totally violators, and there are majority in between. So those who are abiding by law, the law gives them a framework, a boundary within which the law will totally protect you. And this also sets a boundary to people who are cats on the wall. And it also clearly demarcates the line, draws a line demarcation from abiders and offenders. Offenders are on the other side. So the offenders will be punished. And punishing the offenders is not wrong. That is not wrong. Because in current context, when you are punishing the offenders, you have to take into account the ideas of human rights. See, remember this Tirukkural you will be requiring, or you will have to apply it as a benchmark when it comes to writing answers in case study particularly. ஏன்னா நிறைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் இருக்கு. இப்போ ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடியில் வந்து நம்ம ஹியூமன் ரைட்ஸ் வயலேஷன் அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு. வில் டிஸ்கஸ் while doing கேஸ் ஸ்டடி. நான் சில திருக்குறள்ல ஒரு வீடியோலையும் சொல்லியிருக்கேன், இதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்ம கேஸ் ஸ்டடி ரீவிசிட் பண்ணலாம், சிலது கரப்ஷன்ல ரீவிசிட் பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லியிருக்கிறேன் இந்த டாபிக்ஸ் வரும்போது. So remember, we will discuss that. இந்த திருக்குறள் அப்போ வந்து you will find it to be very very useful then. How to determine, how to decide. So குடிபுறங் காத்தோம்பி, safeguarding the welfare of your subjects and punishing the offenders, இது ரெண்டும் வந்து they are fundamental to your responsibility. They are two sides of the same coin called your responsibility, and they are not deviants. When you face a moral dilemma or decisional dilemma, apply this as a benchmark. We will also apply this while doing case study, right? Fine. What else the Tirukkural says? The next other Kurals we shall discuss.